Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to do a starter on a 2010 Ford Edge. Luckily, the starter here sits up top, on top of the transmission, so it's fairly easy and accessible. So it should be a fairly straightforward job. So follow along. So what you're going to have to do, obviously, first is disconnect your battery terminals. Right, get them out of the way. You're going to disconnect it here, right, for the mass airflow sensor. You're going to have it. This clip broke as I was trying to remove it, but it's attached to the intake housing. On this side, you're going to have just a vacuum hose, right, probably for your PCV system. And then from there, you're going to remove these 8mm bolts right here, and then you're going to need a flathead or one of those to remove that fitting right there, so you can remove the hose from the throttle body. So this is why I love this Mako ratchet that I've had for such a long time, is that you can get to some of these areas, right, that you wouldn't get with any other one, and it's long reach, but to get that 8mm out of there. Okay, I found it easier to remove this hose from this location here on this release tab. So you just push this out of the way, all right, and then you can pull it out. It's easier and more accessible than that one in there. And then, like I said, this whole thing will just come out. I ended up removing the bracket, so I have more space to get this out of here. So for the underneath part, all it is just this two little slots that the air intake box slides into. And then after you remove, like I said, the bracket, the connector, this hose right here, this hose, the clamp, right, and then the hose attached to the side of the intake. Now the whole box comes out. Next thing we're going to do is remove the battery. So we're going to disconnect it, remove the battery tray and out of the way so we can get more access to this area here. And then we're going to remove the shifter linkage bracket, this bolt here, and then from the location over there here in a little bit, I'll show you guys. So in order for us to remove this, right, there's these two tabs right here that you have to push in, that you see, right? So you push those tabs away from you, and then on the bracket, as you see those two holes, then you'll be able to, once you push them away, pull up on this cable assembly for your shifter, and then you'll be able to remove it to get it out of the way. Okay, so because I couldn't get the 10mm for the ground over here, or for your solenoid, right? I couldn't get a wrench in there or a socket, so I'm gonna have to remove the entire starter first and then remove that one. This one, for the 12-volt battery, that one was easy to remove, right? The bolts that you're gonna have to remove for your starter are the ones that you see sticking up right there. So it's this one right here, and then this bolt right over here, and then the size for those two bolts are a 13mm that you're gonna need for that. So once you get those two bolts out, you'll be able to pull it out. One of them is a stud, right, that has some electrical connector that you can get to, and then the other one is just a regular bolt that you can just remove, and then you can reach your hand in there and remove it. Maybe I just need a couple more windings to get it out. So now that I have the starter out and a little bit out of the way, now I can get an actual 10mm socket to get in there. I might just do this for reinstalling the starter. That way it's just easier for me to do it. But yeah, Like I said, it's a fairly straightforward job. It looks like the starter is actually the original one from um, Ford, because it still has a Motorcraft one. So we always give the option to the customer of whether they want to go OEM or aftermarket, and we give them the prices for both of them, and then we give them the, you know, our little spiel of, not going OEM can cause, our starters are might go bad. Like I said, if this is the original one, it lasted 16 years and 200,000 miles. So, but this customer opted to go with the um, not the too expensive one, and go aftermarket. So it's, like I said, it's up to the customer. And then I think I might need two hands to get this out. There might be another cable that is hung up over there. Nope, it wasn't a cable. I just needed two hands to get it out of the way. But yeah, Ford Motor Company, like I said, it's probably the original one. Looking at the date there, 2010. But we have the new one over here. So then we'll go ahead and install that, and it's just the reverse order, like I mentioned, so you don't have to get the battery out of the way. If you're going to do it yourself, it's just a little tricky to get those little tabs. But as always, I appreciate you guys. Until next time.